Nike struck absolute gold when they signed Caitlin Clark to an 8-year, $28 million endorsement deal. So why in the world are they ignoring her?
You know the question for that. You know the answer for that.
All right, let's break this down. In one corner, we've got A'ja Wilson, the 3-time WNBA MVP. In the other, superstar sensation Caitlin Clark, who's living rent-free inside Wilson's head lately. We're gonna dive into why Wilson's fuming, how Clark's net worth exploded past hers in just a year, and what this means for the future of women's basketball. Trust me, by the end of this, you'll see why this isn't just about money. It's about the whole game changing.
Wilson came out and actually made a statement. No one is jealous, bookie. I have no reason to be. I truly wish all 143 the best. For real, our league is so hard as hell. So to thrive and to stay in it consistently is huge. So please stop with this jealousy stuff.
I'm sure you were told never to count other people's money. Well, Wilson never got that sage wisdom. She's caught fuming as Caitlin Clark's getting all the attention, fans, and adoration. And let's be real, those endorsement deals? They're rolling in for Clark like she's got a money magnet. Wilson's over here watching her spotlight dim while Clark's shining brighter than a supernova. You think that's an exaggeration? Just wait till you hear how much Clark's net worth has shot up. We're talking jaw-dropping numbers that'll make your head spin. Wilson's probably feeling like yesterday's news, and honestly, can you blame her for being a little green-eyed? Was she even in the news to begin with? Before we break it down, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Are you ready? Let's go.
Age reminds me a lot of you. Like, you say it's not really about me. And she knows how her privilege has gotten her to that point. And also, like, she's good at basketball, but like, she understands her privilege and like what pushes her over the top in a sense. It reminds me a lot of you. And I mean, that's a compliment.
Wilson's probably wishing she could go back to being yesterday's news right about now. Because today, she's not even on the same page as Clark. Think I'm exaggerating? Wait till you see the numbers that are making A'ja lose sleep at night. Wilson, the media-appointed queen of the WNBA, is watching her crown slip away faster than you can say, logo three-pointer. Sure, she's got 3 MVP titles under her belt, but in a league that's been struggling for relevance, that's like being the tallest kid in kindergarten. Wilson's career highlights read like a participation trophy list in a league that's been begging for a real star.
Everybody can be good here and there, but who can be great every single game, every possession? And that's what I'm striving for.
Now, let's talk money. Wilson's got a few endorsement deals, but they're hardly breaking the bank. She's got a contract with Mountain Dew and a deal with Nike with a signature shoe. And let's not forget her partnership with Ruffles Chips. Because nothing says professional athlete like endorsing junk food, right? Adding up all these lucrative deals, Wilson's estimated net worth comes in at a whopping, drumroll please, $3 million. Yeah, you heard that right, $3 million. In a world where mediocre male athletes are signing multi-million-dollar contracts, Wilson's net worth is barely a rounding error. Want proof? Remember Lonzo Ball, the highly touted point guard from the Bulls that has barely played in the last 2 years in the NBA? He's worth a clean $40 million. You might say it's because he's in the NBA. Let's take US women's soccer then. Their 2 biggest draws, Alex Morgan and Megan Rapinoe, are worth at least $5 million.
I'm curious, where would you rank her amongst all-time college players in your opinion?
Ooh, that's tough because you got to win one. I feel like that college is one of those spaces where you got to win one for them to even have your name in the conversation. And it took me 3 years to win mine, so it's hard.
Now, here's where things get really interesting. Remember how I said Wilson's probably losing sleep? Well, imagine how she felt when she found out that Caitlin Clark, fresh out of college, is already worth more than her. We're talking about a freshman who's barely played a year in the WNBA, and she's already leaving Wilson in the financial dust. Sources close to Wilson say she's been fuming. Can you blame her? She's spent years trying to build her brand in a league that gets less attention than high school tournaments, and along comes this college phenom who's already more marketable than she ever was. It's gotta sting, knowing that all those years of being the face of the league add up to less than what a rookie can pull in.
I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna try to be the best. I get y'all saying best player in the world. That's great, it looks great. But I want to be the best person. I want to be the best teammate, because that's how I get the best out of my team.
This financial shift isn't just about Wilson's bruised ego, though. It's shaking up the entire WNBA power structure. Suddenly, veteran players are realizing that their years of experience might not be worth as much. It's a wake-up call for the league. Adapt or get left behind. And let's be real, the WNBA needs this shakeup. For years, they've been coasting on the bare minimum, relying on the NBA to fund their losses. Annually, they've been losing $10 million. And in 2024, it's estimated they will lose $50 million despite the record-setting attendance and viewership Clark established. Now, with Clark coming in and showing what's possible, other players are going to start demanding more. Better contracts, bigger endorsements, maybe even some actual media coverage that doesn't feel like an afterthought. Certainly not playoff games played on ESPN2. But for this to happen, they actually have to play the type of basketball fans want: athletic, fun, exciting team basketball. Some might even say poetry in the hardcourt. Wilson's probably sitting there wondering how it all went wrong. One minute she's the queen bee, the next she's on the back burner. But here's the thing. This isn't just about Wilson versus Clark. It's about the future of women's basketball. If you've made it this far and are enjoying the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on all notifications. We know watching this video takes some of your time, and we appreciate you. Now back to the action.
But she also did it with the spotlight on her at a very young age. Fame is hitting this young lady's life. And very, very rarely did I see a misstep or something that I wouldn't want to show my daughter. Literally every step of the way, it's just like, watch her, watch how she plays, watch how she handles her business.
Forget everything you thought you knew about rookie earnings. How did Caitlin Clark turn her college fame into a fortune that's making WNBA veterans sweat? The answer might just change women's sports forever. Caitlin Clark isn't just a basketball player. She's a phenomenon. A force of nature that's taken the women's game by storm. And now, she's about to show us all how to turn talent, athleticism, hard work, a lot of humility, and genuine love for fans into cold, hard cash. Let's talk about Clark's rise to fame. This isn't your average freshman star. We're talking about a player who shattered records like they were made of glass. Points? She's got them. Assists? Please. She dishes those out like they're going out of style. And three-pointers? Clark doesn't just shoot from downtown. She shoots the moment she enters the gym.
You talk about players that change the game when they're on the court, whether they're touching the ball or not. You have to guard her when she steps into the gym. And so I don't think we've seen anything like that in women's basketball. I've played against a number of great shooters.
Yes.
Somebody that when they walk in the gym, you have to guard them. And I think the way the game is played has allowed her to showcase that skill, to be able to take that shot. That shot's being a good shot. It speaks to where basketball is right now.
But here's the thing. Clark's not just dominating on the court, she's crushing it in the boardroom too. Clark's signing deals left and right. Nike, $28 million and a signature shoe. Gatorade, an undisclosed amount, but rumor has it at least $5 million. State Farm, at least another $1 million. Wilson Basketball, Clark's signature series got sold out in minutes. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. Add that all up and let that sink in for a second. Her WNBA rookie salary, it's around $76,000. Clark's making that look like pocket change. She's not just playing in a different league, she's playing a whole different game.
And we've never seen this. This is a woman in America that is going to dwarf the men in terms of popularity and influence, driving. We haven't seen this since Tiger Woods.
And here's the thing. This isn't just about Clark. It's about what she represents. She's showing the world that women's basketball isn't just a sideshow. It's a main event, and fans will watch it as long as it's the right type of basketball. Fun and exciting, especially with the entire Fab Four of Lexi Hull, Kelsey Mitchell, and Aaliyah Boston. And now that Clark is not anymore in the playoffs, back to the snooze fest. This is the wake-up call the WNBA needed. For years, they've been playing catch-up with men's sports. Now, they've got a superstar who's bringing in the kind of attention and money that could change everything. But for this to be sustained, the WNBA needs to clean up its act, especially when it comes to player safety and fair officiating. The commissioner cannot simply dismiss these issues. Think about it. More eyes on the game means more sponsorship dollars. More sponsorship dollars mean bigger contracts. Bigger contracts mean more top-tier athletes choosing to play in the US rather than overseas. It's a cycle that could elevate the entire sport. But here's the reality. Clark's just getting started. It's only been year one. Can you imagine what happens when she reaches her prime? When she starts hitting game winners on national TV like she did in college? Her value's only going up from here.
Caitlin Clark is a superstar. Not a female superstar. She is a superstar.
We were coming to see Caitlin Clark play.
She moves the needle. The WNBA has been looking for someone who moves the needle.
Money's not the only thing making A'ja Wilson green with envy. Wait till you hear what else has got her blood boiling. Let's talk attendance. Wilson's been the face of the league for years, right? Well, Clark's changing that game faster than you can say sold out. When Clark hit the court for her WNBA debut, the Indiana Fever saw a 121% increase in ticket sales. That's not just a bump, that's a whole new ballgame. And TV ratings, Clark's playoff semifinals against the Sun drew a peak of more than 3 million. Wilson's semis against the Liberty barely scratched 1 million.
Staying with the WNBA playoffs, let's stay here. Let's just say the ratings aren't the same with Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever now eliminated.
And it's not just about butts in seats or in front of TVs. Clark's social media game, it's on another level. We're talking millions of followers hanging on her every post. Wilson's probably scrolling through her phone wondering where all her fans went.
By the way, not only was viewership down, but attendance was as well.
But here's where it gets really wild. Clark's not just popular, she's changing how people see the whole league. Suddenly, the WNBA is not just some afterthought, it's primetime entertainment. And Wilson? She's watching from the sidelines as Clark becomes the new face of women's basketball. Think about it. When's the last time you saw people lining up for WNBA merch? Now, with Clark in the mix, jerseys are flying off the shelves. It's like she's got some kind of Midas touch, turning everything she touches into gold. And you better believe Wilson's noticing.
The top-selling WNBA player merch, Caitlin Clark, #1 in jersey sales, Angel Reese 2, Sabrina 3, Kate Martin 4. We talked about this earlier.
But here's the thing. This isn't just about Wilson feeling left out. It's reshaping the entire landscape of women's basketball. Suddenly, sponsors are paying attention. TV networks are fighting for broadcast rights. It's like Clark showed up and flipped a switch, and now the whole game's lit up. They've got a superstar who's bringing in the kind of attention that could change everything. But here's where it gets really interesting. This attention, it's not just good for Clark. It's not even just good for Wilson. It's good for the whole league. Because now, fans are demanding for players to up their game. More importantly, fans are demanding the league to up their quality. Safety, officiating, marketing, and overall presentation. So yeah, Wilson might be fuming. But maybe, just maybe, she should be thanking Clark. It's not just changing their careers, it's changing the game. Let's recap the Clark versus Wilson showdown. Clark's exploding net worth and skyrocketing popularity have left Wilson in the dust. It's not just about the money. Clark's changing the whole game. She's bringing in fans, TV ratings, and sponsorship deals like never before. So what's this mean for women's basketball? It's a wake-up call. The WNBA can't keep doing things the old way. Clark's shown there's a hunger for exciting, high-level women's basketball. But here's the thing. The league needs to step up. Better player safety, fair officiating, and smart marketing are must-haves now. Do you agree? Let us know in the comments. Like, subscribe, and turn on all notifications so you never miss out. Click the video on the screen, and we will see you in the next one.